Anyway, Grenzo Havoc Razor. He may have bracket 3, but really any card. Traditional mono red little guys. Grenzo Goad plays defense and keeps blockers tapped. Sometimes the deck has problems with draw and closing effectively. Okay, I have 3 questions for you. Are you already running? You are not. Okay, hang on. So there's a few cards you're running that I would consider non-negotiable. Utterly non-negotiable. Deck is tagged as well, if that helps. It won't. Okay, love Experimental Frenzy. Love low lane count. Do we have Bergie? Okay, no Bergie's a war crime. Because Bergie is omniscience. Bergie is quite literally omniscience. Are they struggling with mana? I mean, there's a lot of things a deck might struggle with, and I think Bergie creates fun play patterns. Like, we're not asking ourselves, what is this deck struggling with? Because it's probably fine. The question is more, what's going to create fun play patterns? I really don't like Star Athlete. Any of these, like, browbeat kind of cards, it's really just not my speed. Attacking creatures with double strike, sure. Choose a player. Damage would be dealt. Yeah, that's awesome. Torbrand. So, yeah, so Torbrand in the deck. How many of our things have 1 power? Is question number 1. Fucking like half the cards we run. So, Cavalcade. Raid Bombardment. Hellrider. Now, whenever any of our creatures attacks, pings them. Guess what happens when you ping them? It does 2 extra. So you have Hellrider, attack you, bolt you once. Bolt you twice if it's a 1-drop. Or if it's a 1 power thing. Bolt you 3 times if it's 2 power or less. Plus works with doublers, seems good. Yep. Yep. I do think Noctimon Lore Spinner is too slow. It is very funny, though. Don't let anyone tell you that what card was not funny in this deck. Jaxus plus Recruiter, yeah, we'll get to it. I think I mostly just want to... Like... I want to find better evasive cards. Specifically ones with power 1. Hope of Europer. Yeah, we'll get to all those cards, chat. Don't worry about it. During your turn, this has flying. Makes sense. Suspect it, which means it has menace. This has menace. Hope of Europer. Honestly, like, Ornithopter's close to playable in this deck, but we won't. Spectrum Sentinel is kind of interesting, but not really that good. Can be blocked by humans. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's really good, actually. Phoenix Chick isn't bad. I think Phoenix Chick was already in. Yeah, Phoenix Chick's already in. If I'm past the 1-drops in... Yeah, the fucking Hobgoblin's a little broken. We might want to put the Wheel of Fortune guy back in. Whenever an opponent's dealt non-combat damage, like from Hellrider or from Cavalcade, it gets +3/+0. Oh man, I missed the Cavalcade deck in Standard. That was so much fun. These will suck. Yeah, we should have every evasive 1-drop and nearly all the decent 2-drops. Do you want Ornithopter in your deck is my question? I'm curious. How are we feeling about all that? Because I don't think Ornithopter would be that bad in your deck, honestly. Could be funny. But the only issue is you have to give it 1 power some way in order for it to... Yeah, it does make it a bit iffy for Grenzo, but it works with Hellrider. It works with everything else. That's a little interesting. Menace, I see. Honestly, Goblin Glider is kind of playable. Irby. The fuck? That's a really power crept page, loose leaf. They're different cards! They're different cards at different rarities. There's not power creep involved. Okay. I don't like Twin Flame Tyrant. When we are dealing damage in chunks of 1, adding 2 will always be better than multiplying. And it's also 5 mana. That's just so much mana. Can we also cut Flame of Keld? Sure. Discard your hand, draw 2 cards. Red source to deal damage to player. Does that much +2 to that permanent player's head? That is a fun card. I just don't... Yeah, it's definitely just not that good. I think Inep is a little bad. Isn't Inep just bad, Lelia? Like, it seems like it's just not going to treat you that well. Is Bergie good enough here? Dude, I want you to experience Experimental Frenzy Bergie. I want you to have that experience. At least once. I am literally not recommending Bergie for any other reason than that. If you think you're not going to have fun doing that, then I will take it out. But, like, dude, Bergie ripping, like, 4 1-drops off the top for free? Okay, I don't like Berserker's Onslaught that much. I'd rather you run extra combats. In fact, we could probably do that. Hang on. No. No. Because you're not running a couple other cards that I'd consider very crucial to this kind of deck. Flame Slash number 2 is definitely fine, but... Okay. So, here's the vibe. Break through the line. Red. Target creature with power 2 or less gains haste and can't be blocked this turn. And then there's Hazaret. God of going fast. Right, we already have the other Start Your Engines creature. Honestly, let's run the Start Your Engines lands. This one kind of sucks. Make Goblin. Let's get racing. Cut War Room over Mountain. That's fair, yeah. I think maybe you should be running Arena of Glory, by the way. But then I'll stop touching your mana base. This is very important. IMO, IMO. Do they have Zurzoth? Zurzoth would be really good. Arena's gone down since Flage got banned. People are sleeping on the card once again. Alright, I think let's just playtest it and see how we kind of feel. I'll add the damage doublers back in if I feel like I'm not killing people fast enough. Look, we control a mountain. Hit you. Go to all your creatures. Yeah. You may cast that card. Yeah, so because in my mind right now, I'm thinking about top decking that fucking like enchantment right now. That's like Furnace of Wrath. I'm like, what am I doing? Make one of these idiots unblockable. Redirect your thing. Okay. Okay. Yes. We are going to... Grenzo doesn't usually get cast onto. I mean, what else are you playing there? You could play Plunderer, I guess, yeah. Anyway, I think I want to go up World at War. Is this the correct one? No, this is the one that rebounds. Fury of the Horde. Yes, here we go. You may exile 2 red cards from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Untap all creatures that attack this turn after this phase. You get extra combat. So you're getting 3 cards from hitting all 3 of your opponents, hopefully. Just being able to turn cards in this deck, like random fucking shitters in your hand that are stuck there. Being able to turn that into extra combat steps seems pretty fine. Oh, I wish there was a Grievous Wound for red. Grievous Wound is such a fun card in black that like divides your opponent's life total down really hard. You could run Quietus Spike. That just seems a little expensive. Curse of Hospitality. That is a fun one. Maybe you want to run Connecting the Dots. Whenever a creature control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. And then you can discard your hand, sack this enchantment to replace your hand. Curse of Opulence is funny. I just don't like that it's symmetrical. It can kind of help your opponents too much. I'd keep this. There's Raid Bombardment. Dink, dink, dink. Ooh, hello, Castle Embereth. Skull Clamp. Break through the line. I guess you move to combat first. Make one of your menacers unblockable. Equip it. Ring tempts us. And then draw 2. Red, give this haste. Red, give this haste. Like, look at how good break through the line is. Goodbye, my beautiful ring bearer. Yeah, like, this is feeling pretty okay. How do we feel about Spike Pit, Spike Corridor? This mode is very nice. Right. Makes 3 devils. That feels okay. This mode is also pretty nice because you can just unlock this half of the door when you have the explosive, on attack triggers, right? So, like, this card's always alive because making 3 devils is just fine. But it also has a secondary mode that kicks in when you get the important cards. Are there any more on attack deal damage guys? I don't think so. At least not in mono red. There are in some, like, in red black. Attacks, damage, defending. Equal to the number of equipped creatures to defending players. Whenever this creature attacks it, you may have it deal damage equal to its power to target creature defending player controls. I see. I mean, you could just run like Falcon Wrath Perforator and Scorch Spitter, but they aren't evasive by themselves. She deals X damage to defending player, where X is the number of attacking creatures. But she's 5 mana. Doesn't have haste. Whenever this creature attacks with their former cards, this creature does 1 damage to defending player creature controls. No. Gwen Stacy, right? I mean, we'll get there, ideally. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals 1 damage each. Or no. Hang on, let's just open Scryfall. Burn player attacking matters. Attack trigger. Burn player. About equals Cavalcade. Yeah, I think these are the only 3. Yeah, we're mostly in Boros and Black to get other ones whenever this attacks. Vengeful Ancestor, that doesn't work. No. Whenever you attack with one of them are lizards. Yeah, Vengeful Ancestor, I guess. Yeah, no, you're right. Vengeful Ancestor works with all these other things. Where you goad all their creatures, and then they're forced to attack everyone. That's pretty cool. Plus it's evasive, yeah. It is a 4-drop. That's the one thing about it. Yeah, Jaxus isn't right for this deck. That's kind of like a slower red deck value engine. I don't even know if I like Imperial Recruiter in this deck, which is insane for me to say because normally I love Imperial Recruiter, right? But I just think you don't need it. You have redundancy in like good things you're doing with your creatures. You don't need a tutor for any specific thing. It's just a 3-mana tempo hit. That's not that good. I actually like kind of Count on Luck here. I still think the Noctamoon idiot is like too like slow, but he's gotten a lot better since we added Hobgoblin. Okay. Goad. Like, Vengeful Ancestor would feel very good here. Surprise. Ta-da. Oh, hello, Sawhorn Nemesis. Who's ready to die? Double. You send Hope of Girapur at the player you think has a board wipe. And then you send everything else at another player to fucking kill them. And then this you sack. Because until your next turn, they can't cast non-creatures. So now you just don't have to worry about a board wipe from that player. And you kill them next turn. And then next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Board clear. Equip. Swing at the board wipe player. Kill them. Chaos Dragon's kind of cool. Ditch has. Oh no, Hazoret would be okay. Guess get rid of lightning. Braid's exiled forever. Insult injury worth cutting. I already cut it. I already cut it. So yes. Chaos Dragon 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. Hazoret, make one of your idiots unblockable. Probably Raphael. 1, 2. Skull Clamp, equipped to idiot. Probably Raphael. Swing, 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 swing. Haste. Double strike, etc. Okay, like this felt very good. And we didn't have to draw any of the pingers on attack cards. But if you do, you know, you still feel pretty good. What a funny card. Yeah, I'd keep this. You just have all your lands forever. Hello, Hazoret Godseeker. Attack with this. Next turn. Dink. Dink, dink, dink. Dink, dink. Kirby. Flameblade Adept. Dink, make Professional Facebreaker unblockable. 2 treasures. Okay. Grenzo. Sack this, exile top card. Dope, that works. Sack this, exile top card. I guess you play that as land for turn instead. Sack this, exile top card. Okay, that's exile forever. All right, so now you go dink, dink. This will be the final turn of speeding. Oh no, it would be 1 mana. Okay, great. So now Hazoret can attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, just look how fucking good Mizzium Mortars is. Please play this card. I am literally crying, guys. I know it was already in the deck, Leo. You listen to me, but please, people, play Mizzium Mortars. Anyway. Do we have any final notes for this deck? Because the deck feels good right now. Deck does feel good. I guess one of my only notes is like O'Hare Asheneel. It doesn't have a high ceiling. Or it doesn't have a... It has a very high ceiling. Insanely high ceiling. Ceiling's here. It actually affecting the game like that, it has a very low floor. Yeah, but O'Hare Asheneel is something to think about. If you have a lot of Mayhem Devil games coming out of the woodwork, O'Hare Asheneel could be a thought. The other thought, which I think is a lot more real, City on Fire. Take a turn off, convoke it with your board, use a bunch of treasure tokens, use your lands, but then triple damage for the rest of the game. It's something to think about. I don't think this card is bad. I think it's something to think about for sure. I would experiment with it, but I would say that it is a card that is to be used carefully. Someone did mention Curse of Opulence. There's a chance that this is good enough. Rose Cutthroat Raider is a very good recommendation, actually. Yeah, Rose should probably be in. I'm just gonna cut this lightning for this Rose. They do the same thing. They both impulse draw, but this one impulse draws 3 times and gives you mana. Just saying. But City on Fire, something to consider. Curse of Opulence is something to consider. These hit cards have dangers, but they also have very high ceilings. Rose is a different camp. Rose is just good. All right, good. I'm glad we wrapped that all up there. And a nice little bow gave you some more options to kind of play with. This is a cool deck. I like this. Just funny, mono red, aggressive stuff. You could also run something like Chandra's Incinerator, but nah, that only works some of the time. You could run Fear of Missing Out. That wouldn't be too bad. Fear of Missing Out is an interesting thought. But I don't know if you have a lot of card types. You just mostly have creatures. But a lot of the creatures are 2 or more card types. Fear of Missing Out could be a thought. Anyway, I think we're done with this deck.